Good morning. My name is Jonathan C. Leggett. I am the Festival Operations Director for Blue Whiskey Independent Film Festival. BWiFF is a not-for-profit organization that assembles character-driven independent film programming constructed by bold and innovative storytellers for the purposes of education, entertainment, and for thought-provoking discussion. It is my pleasure to be the first to announce our complete lineup for the 2020 official selections.
Our shorts competition will consist of 28 films, 23 narratives, 3 documentaries, and 2 music videos.
Brought to you by Satan, narrative from the United States, directed by Laurent. The Butterfly Cage, narrative from France, directed by Helena, Serra, and Maxime, Sabisik. A Cut Above, documentary from the United States, directed by Houle. Dear Aunt Noah, narrative from the United States, directed by Aliya, Levinson. Extra Innings, narrative from the United States, directed by John Gray. Family, narrative from the United States, directed by David L. Bradburn.
Gabrielle, narrative from the United States, directed by Nicola Rose.
Hide and Seek, narrative from the United States, directed by Thomas Nicol and Andrew Gleason. The Hollow Hours, narrative from Australia, directed by Shane Anderson. Hypoxia, narrative from the United States, directed by Christian P. Gridelli and Hunter Norris. Kill, Norwood, narrative from the United Kingdom, directed by Lexy Anderson. Little Nations, narrative from the United States, directed by Maria Allred. Muedra, narrative from Spain, directed by Cesar, Diaz, Meléndez. Mug, narrative from Ireland, directed by Eoghan, Moloney. Northern Light, narrative from France, directed by Fanny, Lecendre. Office Song, narrative from the United Kingdom, directed by Markou. Remember When, narrative from the United States, directed by Paula Ossa. The Shot, narrative from the United States, directed by Aidan Canto. Sock, documentary from the United States, directed by Robert Perstranzny. Sui Caedera, narrative from Italy, directed by Fabrizio Accatuli. The Sweatshirt, narrative from the United States, directed by Jonah Cesar. Swept Away, narrative from the United States, directed by Thomas Grasgar. Taranga, Life in the Waiting Room, documentary from the United Kingdom, directed by Daisy Squires, Lou Millier, and Sophia Seymour. Too Close to the Sun, music video from the United States, directed by Jonas Morgenstein for Ashley Flynn and the Riveters. VR Workplace, narrative from Japan, directed by Yuki Takashima. Waiting by the Phone, narrative from the United States, directed by Olivia Jensen. Watermark, narrative from the United States, directed by Rebecca Mandalo. Wonderland, music video from the United States, directed by Bradley Thomas for Yan Do. Our feature competition will consist of 7 films, 4 documentaries, and 3 narratives. Brindisi, narrative from the United States, directed by Nika Burnett and Alessandro Marino.
We go to Greece.
What? How?
Boat.
What boat?
Sono io il capo e prendo io le decisioni.
You're being emotional now.
Sei felice?
No.
I love you.
Me. Really?
Then maybe you should join us.
Okay.
Quindi sì. Yes.
Yeah.
5 Years North, a documentary from the United States directed by Zach Ingrassi and Chris Temple.
I started with ICE in 2002. This year it'll be 16 years.
Your wallet too? You sure?
This guy's a working man. He has 6 kids. It's sad that things like this happen.
My mother's from Cuba, father's from Puerto Rico.
Estoy aquí para explicarte lo que dice este documento, ¿ok?
It was a little difficult for them to really understand what it is that I did.
Bueno, para mí, tu iPhone, please.
¿Tú, Luis, cuántos años empezaste a hacer aquí en Nueva York?
Pues como 10 años. Nosotros por necesidad nos venimos para acá. No tenemos para cosas, para iniciar hermanitos.
Tengo papá aquí, está en Guatemala, y ellos también me piden dinero, y yo...
I think people have this perception that immigration laws are not real laws.
Tengo 75,000 quetzales mi deuda. Necesito dinero para mi familia.
And when you do break the immigration laws, it is a crime.
The Killing of Kenneth Chamberlain, narrative from the United States directed by David Medell.
Emergency services now.
White Plains Police. We're here for a welfare check.
Open this door! You're not coming into my home!
Resisterhood, documentary from the United States, directed by Cheryl Jacobs Krim.
And he had the audacity to ask, why couldn't I vote for him? What did I have to lose? Everything.
We the people have the power.
Recently, someone looked at me and he said, "Hey, you lady from ISIS, get out of our country and leave us alone." I feel so bad now that I have to take my scarf off when I'm driving my car because I'm scared about my life.
We have to keep together, we have to keep talking, we have to keep fighting, we have to keep inspiring each other and reminding each other what's at stake.
This is not an emotional support group. This is a group of action.
Mr. Speaker, I will not be here or outside at the inauguration ceremony. The event I'm going to is the Women's March on Washington.
Thank God to the women for having invited and called us all together.
To me, it's like a very simple message. You're not alone.
Love, not hate, makes America great.
Triple Take, a documentary from the United States directed by Nick Manton.
Every country has its own clique of sex tourists that goes there.
I would like to introduce you to Operation Underground Railroad, former Navy SEALs, former Rangers that will go in and rescue the children, as many as we possibly can.
I was working as a special agent for the U.S. government when they sent me to Colombia to do a training, and I just felt like overcome, like let's find children and let's rescue them at the end.
Jeg så bare her, for jeg er et selvstyr, jeg vil lige have selvstyr.
Gusta.
We were going to do a sex party in Colombia with a dozen kids at the most. At least that was our cover story. As we started to find out the size of this organization, we realized there were far more kids than that.
How many girls can you bring?
50.
50. Good.
We knew it was going to be big, but this became epic.
When All That's Left Is Love, a documentary from the United States directed by Eric Gordon.
My name is Marilyn Gordon. I was Marilyn Kaplan before I married my soulmate, Shelley Gordon. I met your father through a blind date. We just gradually fell in love. He always was a very lighthearted, funny man. We found out that he did have Alzheimer's. He was diagnosed not with dementia, but with Alzheimer's.
We're making a movie about you.
Who said that?
I am.
You're full of shit.
I am.
Well, I gotta get paid for that?
No.
It's hard to see someone you love deteriorate the way he did.
There are about 5.3 million people in the U.S. with Alzheimer's disease, and the statistics say that there are about 3 family members taking care of each person with dementia. So there are a lot of caregivers.
I guess the hardest thing about the disease is just watching him disappear.
What's my name?
Charlie Jones.
What is my name?
I don't know.
I'm your son.
You're my son?
Yeah.
It's news to me.
You didn't know that?
No.
Woman of the Photographs, narrative from Japan, directed by Takeshi Kushida.
お見合い写真お願いできますか？顎を細く、目も大きく。元戻さないで。
大変な仕事だね。
今日も私のこと見に来てくれた。私に私って何か教えて。
Congratulations to all of our 2020 official selections. We look forward to exhibiting your work at our 10th annual festival. And here is our executive director, Michael P. Nowens, with an update on when that may be.
Good morning. Due to the global health crisis we're all facing, we at BWiFF have made the decision to postpone our 2020 festival until September of this year. It is our hope that conditions will improve and allow us to safely present the festival this year. However, if as we approach September it is not deemed safe for an event such as BWiFF to take place, we are prepared to postpone our 2020 season until next year. Of course, it is our hope that it won't come to that, but the health and safety of our attendees, filmmakers, judges, and volunteer staff are paramount. We would like to thank the staff of Chicago Filmmakers for all their support and flexibility as we navigate toward hosting the 10th Blue Whiskey Independent Film Festival. Until then, we wish you good health and safety.
To learn more about each film, please visit our website. In the coming months, look for our complete festival guide on our mobile app. Thank you for joining us this morning for our 2020 official selections announcement. I'll see you at the festival.